Shalom, Yasharallah, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, all praise, glory to Yahweh, Hallelujah, praise Yahweh. And saying that, learn and understand what you worship. Because at the end of the day, through a lack of understanding, many believers die outside of their faith. Because they lack understanding of what they worshiping. They lack understanding of what this political game is about. Because see, at the end of the day, again, it's all biblically related. You understand me? Listen to what Yahweh Shai say. Let's get to the book of let me get Luke. Let me get Luke 21 and then we get verse 36. But I'm gonna start at verse 34. Luke 21 verse 34. I'm Shalaki. Let me start at 32. Luke 21 verse 32. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. Meaning that it's gonna come a time in this generation that they're gonna see all these events take place. Astronomical, cataclysmic events that's going to take place. That's going to bring about the end. You understand me? See, so understand that there is no rapture. Okay? That rapture is nothing but a theory that stands from the Catholic Church. You understand me? See, so there is a generation that's going to be here and is going to see these events. You understand me? Like today, you have a lot of events that took place and we are here to witness these events. You understand me? For an example, like America being attacked by socialists and communists. Now we see that because when you go back to JFK, I did a video about this. When JFK talked about secret societies and these CCP members and socialists come in and destroy America's political system. And now we see that taking place because see, in the 70s and the 80s, you didn't have socialists and communists running a city. Now to this day, and you got a mayor that's in New York City. Even though he's Islamic, but he's a communist. See, understand, collective bargaining, confiscation, all that ain't nothing but economic enslavement. And understand that we are in a war. You understand me? Whether you choose to accept it or whether you understand it or not. At the end of the day, we are in a war. And there is no in between. You understand me? Either you for Yahweh God or you against Yahweh God. You understand me? Let's go back. Let's read that again. Luke 21, verse 32. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. Meaning that you're going to have empires that are going to come and go. You're going to have humans that's going to come and go. At the end of the day, when no bombs hit and when that smoke clear, you still have these scriptures, these commandments. Oh, yeah. So you have these commandments. Do you understand me? This is what life is based on. Do you understand me? Life is based on obedience. Life is based on the commandments. You understand me? And the commandments is a legal system. This is one legal system that's composed of two, a divine and a philosophical tablet. But yet, when these two combine, this is what this game is about. Do you understand me? It is what it is. Okay, see, so understand that these two tablets is what life is based on, is what this game is about. But y'all don't understand politics. Because see, y'all turn away from politics and religion, not understanding that politics and religion is what this thing is about. Because the commandments is broken up into two. And the philosophy of the commandments is when the governing system of man come in. And then you have a divine governing system. The Republicans represents this divine governing system. This divine governing system is what you call political theocracy. You understand me? So understand that we are in a war. You understand me? Because see, America is a religious country. You understand me? And we are in a war, and that spiritual war has been played out politically. And when y'all go to the media outlet, and this is what y'all looking at in the media. Y'all looking at the commandments being played out when you watch CNN, MSNBC, TYT, and other Fox and other media outlets. You understand me? This is what life is based on, obedience. You understand me? Either you're going to keep the commandments or not. You understand? I'm gonna hold that right quick, and let me get the book of Deuteronomy. I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 11 and 26. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day, and a curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have not known. And what he talking about other gods is not just about the images that y'all worship, but he talking about the material matters. Because see, understand, legislations and policies of these politicians is God. The government is God. Because see, understand, God is a supreme being with natural powers, supernatural powers, right? And the government is God, because the government passed legislation that makes you kill your baby. A lot of you all support abortions. Through these regulations and policies, you all support homosexuality. Although religiously y'all believe in Mary and Jesus, or Jesus, this character who don't exist, yet y'all believe in Mary and Jesus. Y'all have a religious belief system. Yet when it comes time to exercise that belief system, y'all exercise the commandments of man. Y'all exercise democracy. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so y'all need to learn and understand what y'all worshiping, because see, you have events that's been to play out. And if you don't understand these scriptures and you don't understand these events, then you're gonna fall victim to the system. Do you understand me? See, so life is based on the commandments. Either you're gonna obey or you're gonna be cursed. You understand me? And when it means curses, that life becomes hard for you. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. In fact, we're gonna finish up, but let me get Deuteronomy 28 and let me get 28 and verse 23. Deuteronomy 28 verse 23. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. Meaning that life is hard. You understand me? Once you in disobedience, because see, understand, you suffer consequences for being disobedient. You understand me? See, understand that there are things that y'all need to know and understand, yet the things that y'all need to know and understand, it's not being taught and it's not given to you in the religious organizations. You understand me? But know and understand that we are in a war. Although you all go to church, although y'all have a belief system, but yet y'all don't understand that you are in a war. You understand me? And that war is politically being played out. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's get back to Luke. Let's start from 32. Luke 21 verse 32. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. And take heed to yourselves, lest any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, so that they come upon you unawareness. Meaning that you have to take heed, because see, you can't be wrapped up into these movements of these politicians. You can't be wrapped up into the entertainment of America. You understand me? You can't be wrapped up in American cultural practices. You understand me? hey, it is what it is. See, so you can't be drunken with all this philosophy. You understand me? And a lot of you all are drunken in philosophy, because y'all believe this, y'all believe that, y'all believe this, y'all believe that, and then y'all stumble over y'all own y'all stumble over your very same faith system that you claim or you profess that you believe in. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Verse 35. For as a snare shall it come upon all of them that dwell upon the face of the earth. Meaning that you're going to have these events that's going to take place. You understand me? You got political events. You got astronomical, cataclysmic events. Meaning that these astronomical events is going to cause these cataclysmic events to take place here on earth. You understand me? Because see, understand, Yahweh God speaks through his creation. He exists through his creation. You understand me? See, so you're going to have events that's going to take place. Like, you have in a lot of stores, even though you're not aware of it, but a lot of store has biometric surveillance cameras to where when you go into the store, it picks up your face recognition, your eyes recognition, and your voice recognition, and it collects data. Because see, what they try to do is trying to control you by trying to figure out pre-crime. You understand me? See, so I'm giving you an example. Say like you going to a store and you thinking about stealing. So that data, that information that's collected, it's going to let them know that, yo, I think that this person might steal, right? So what's going to happen is that you're going to have people or workers that going to come out on the floor and be on one aisle and other going to be on the other aisle. Then they're going to call the police, and the police going to wait to see if you're going to steal. Now, if your mind don't have no type of taking of any goods or no stealing of any kind or sort, what's going to happen when you in the store? Ain't nobody going to come around you. Ain't nobody going to really watch you, but yet through the cameras. You understand me? Understand you have digital ID that's about to take place. Because see, all these events that y'all was into, Donald Trump being racist and Venezuela and these migrants, understand the government passed legislation to enslave you. You understand me? Understand where that next pandemic come, America will be vaccinated, and it will be a mandate. Do you understand me? Because see, understand the right wing and the left wing is everything is bipartisan. You understand me? That's how I know y'all like understanding of what y'all voting for. Y'all like understanding of what these politicians be talking about. You understand me? And y'all support their agenda, but not understand it. Same thing goes that with the church. The church is a religious governing system of man. But the black church, they support the democratic policies. Like them black pastors in Chicago and in New York City and Baltimore, and these blue cities, they support homosexuality. They support these Democrats. Because see, understand, Christianity do not follow Christ. Although y'all was taught that they were first called Christians and Christ-like, but understand, and this is a fact, Christianity do not follow Christ. Do you understand me? See, y'all lack understanding of what y'all worshiping, so y'all fall victim. Do you understand me? Because see, these events is going to take place. Do you understand me? It is what it is. See, so there is no in between. You understand me? You have digital ID to where I think in the UK they have to register their kids with digital ID. Everything that take place overseas, that's going to take place here in America. You understand me? See, so understand that you are in a war. Whether you choose to accept, believe, or understand, at the end of the day, you are in the war. Whether you believe in God or whether you don't believe in God, but believe in the material matters. At the end of the day, whether you believe in God or not, you are in a war. Do you understand me? Because see, I be making videos about this. See, understand life is politics. Because see, politics is the debate or a conflict. See, you have to understand you in a conflict with man's ideology and philosophy. You understand me? Either you gonna support it or not. It is what it is. You understand me? Like I be at my job. A lot of people or a lot of employees come to me with this and come to me with that, and I go against all of what they say. You understand me? Because either you for God or you against God. Because see, you have doctrine that's going to violate the commandments. You have doctrine of man that makes a mockery out of Yahweh God. You understand me? You have doctrine that say he don't exist. You understand me? See, so understand we are in a war. And that war politically being played out, not only economically, politically, but it's played out religiously as well. See, so y'all have to be able to wake up and understand what y'all worshiping and understand what y'all looking at. You understand me? Because see, a lot of y'all don't understand what you looking at. Although you can see, but yet you can't see beyond what you're looking at because you can't comprehend on what this political game is about because you separated politics and religion, not understanding that politics and religion, again, is one legal system that composed of two. You have a divine and philosophy system. Hey, it is what it is. Let's finish up Luke. Where was that? Luke 21 and 35. Luke 21 verse 35. For a snare shall it come upon all of them that dwell on the face of the earth. Verse 36. Watch ye therefore, listen, watch. Listen to what Yahweh Shai say. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be worthy, you may be accounted worthy. Listen, you may be accounted worthy. Listen, worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and stand before the Son of Man. Meaning that you're going to have these events that's going to take place. You understand me? So you have to watch, but y'all don't know what to look for. You understand me? Because the church is not designed to teach you what you're looking for. You understand me? No one understands that you are in a war. Okay? And this war has been played out politically through these politicians' agenda. They are playing out Yahweh prophecies because, see, understand, man and this governing system is against Yahweh God. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. In fact, let me get Genesis 11 and 4, and then I'm gonna get go back to 10 and 9. Genesis chapter 11 verse 4. And they say, go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make a name. And they made a name for themselves, and it's called Babylon, meaning the gated gods. Do you understand me? And religiously, we are in a war. Do you understand me? The difference is that America is a monotheistic kingdom or country. Prior to those kingdoms that was back in the ancient world, like Babylon, the Syrian, the Persian, the Medes, the Greeks, the Romans, those was all polytheistic kingdoms. So they believe in multiple gods. So now, since the 2nd and 3rd century, you have monotheistic religion popped up. You understand me? But yet, although America has a monotheistic religious system, you understand me? But yet, understand that religious system is enslavement. It's idolatry. Politically, it is called theocracy. You understand me? But biblically, you are enslaved to ideology. You are enslaved to the religious ideology and the images of the church. Do you understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand that we are under attack religiously. Your belief system is being attacked every day through these politicians' agenda. But you're not able to understand that because you're not taught. Although you believe in God and read the Bible and seen a couple YouTube videos. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Genesis chapter 10, verse 8. I'm going to start at 8. Verse 8. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be the mighty one on earth. Verse 9. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. And meaning that he was against the Yahweh God. See, so that means man was against Yahweh God. And when you go back into the garden, man was against Yahweh God when his eyes became open to know good from evil. You understand me? Let's read that again. Verse 9. Genesis 10, chapter 10, verse 9. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Verse 10. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and it rich, and Canaan, and Canaan, in the land of Shinar. meaning that a one world governance system made nothing new, and that governance system is still here to this day. Today, politically, we'll call it the world governance system Leviathan. Do you understand me? But understand, America is Babylon, because America is known as the gate of God. Do you understand me? Because it's religious views, because America is a religious country. But yet, the difference, again, is the monotheistic versus the polytheistic kingdoms. See, America don't believe in multiple gods. You understand me? America believe in one God, and that's where y'all get this Trinity from the Council of Nicaea. That's where the Trinity doctrine come from. Do you understand me? So you got to understand when religion came about, when religion was brought to monotheistic. Do you understand me? But Yahweh Shai say, watch, because these events is going to take place. You understand me? And y'all have to learn and understand what y'all worshiping, because we are in a war. You understand me? Because there is no in between. Either you for God or you against God. Point blank, period. Let me get 1 Corinthians. Let me get 1 Corinthians 10 and what? 21. And then let me get 1 Corinthians 10 and 21, and then let me get Revelations, I think what, Revelations 3 and 15. First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and tables of the devils. Meaning that you can't sit at two tables and eat dinner, or sit at the table or eat two different types of lunches. You understand me? Either you're going to sit on the right hand table or you're going to sit on the left hand table. There is no in between. You understand me? And a lot of y'all think that there is an in between due to the fact of that through your religious teachings. Because see, what happened is that the church teach you to believe in God, believe in Jesus as your Lord and Savior, and you will be saved. However, through your belief, you can do anything that you want to do while you in the physical nature, but not understanding that the physical nature is deceitfulness. The physical nature is devilish and wicked, and it's corrupt. You understand me? See, these are the things that y'all supposed to be learning when y'all in Bible studies. The things that I go over with you all throughout all my videos, you are supposed to be learning in your revival meetings and your Bible conferences. You understand me? Y'all supposed to be learning the things that y'all need to know and understand in order to grow into your faith and exercise the commandments. And while you growing and exercising the commandments, you growing in grace and knowledge. Like how Paul said, go in grace and knowledge. But y'all can't grow into knowledge. Y'all can't grow into grace. Due to the fact that when you go back to John 5, what Christ said, search the scriptures, you think that you have life, but you don't. And a lot of y'all don't have no life, but y'all have religious teachings. And there is no life in these religious teachings from these organizations that y'all are into. You understand me? Because you can read the Bible and then have your own ideology and philosophy. Yesterday I was in a debate at my job, right? And I was telling this dude, right? He telling me about the scripture, and I'm breaking the scripture down, but he don't even understand the scripture that he reading. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so understand that you can't sit at the table of devils and then sit at the table with Yahweh God. There is no in between, and y'all was taught, and y'all think that there is an in between. You understand me? Either you for or you against Yahweh God. You understand me? Revelations chapter 3 verse 15. I know thy works, thou art neither cold nor hot. See, so Yahweh God already know. And that's the past, he already know. See, so he already know you long before you was born. So he already know your thoughts. He already know your actions. Because he understand life and your faith was already written long before this foundation of the world ever existed. You understand me? Let's read that again. Revelations chapter 3 verse 15. I know thy works, thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, neither cold nor hot, I spew thee out of my mouth. Meaning that although y'all go to church, y'all believe in Jesus, y'all got baptized in Jesus, yet God is not with you. And that's a fact. The Holy Spirit is not with you. Despite of your baptism, despite of your church going conferences, despite of your Bible studies, despite of your communion, and despite of your faith, God, Yahweh God, and the Holy Spirit is not with you. Understand me? Hear what it is, because see, there is no in between. Either you hot or you cold. Either you obedient or you disobedient. There is no in between. Now, if you in between, you are an enemy to Yahweh God and you against Yahweh God. You understand me? It doesn't matter whether you go to whether you have a belief system or whether you believe in Scientology or evolution, whether you go to church or not. At the end of the day, even if you call yourself a spiritual person, at the end of the day, that spiritual person, all of your belief system, Yahweh God and the Holy Spirit is not with you, although you have these religious teachings. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. You understand me? Hey, let's read that again. Revelations chapter 3 verse 15. I know thy works, thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, neither cold nor hot, I spew thee out of my mouth. Because there is no in between. Do you understand me? There is no in between. Either you're going to be obedient to either one. You understand me? Listen to what Yahweh Shai is saying. Let's get the book of Matthew, and let me have Matthew 6. And let me have Matthew 6 and 24. Matthew chapter 6 verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one, or love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon, meaning that you can't serve God and money and materialism, because the money and materialism of this world are corrupt, and it will come to a close. You understand me? See, so you can't serve two masters. You understand me? Either you're going to serve the divine nature or you're going to serve the philosophical nature. Understand that you are in the war and there is no in between. Which side are you on? On the right hand or you are on the left hand? Like with this line right here. There ain't no in between. You can stand in between one leg, one foot in the right hand and one foot on the left hand. It don't work like that. You understand me? There is no in between. He's not dealing with you. Either you on one side or you on the other side. Simple as that. You understand me? See, so there is no in between. Either you for or you against Yahweh God. You understand me? And understand that this war is being played out. Your faith that been played out, or your faith is exercised through these commandments of man or the commandments of Yahweh God. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Listen to what Christ say. Let me get John 9 and 39. John chapter 9 verse 39. And Yahweh Shai said, for judgment I have come into this world, that they which see might see, and they which see might be made blind. Meaning that those that see might be able to understand what they're looking at. Because see, everybody ain't going to understand what they're looking at. Because see, a lot of y'all don't understand the modern terminology that these politicians use. These are political weapons of war that they use. to go against Yahweh God, to make a mockery out of Yahweh God, and to destroy you yourself, so-called African Americans and the children of Israel. You understand me? Hey, hey, it is what it is. See, so some going to be able to see beyond what they looking at when they watch these media outlets. You understand me? And some is not going to be able to see. Some is still going to stay blind, meaning that although they watching T.Y and they looking at Fox and CNN, but yet they not going to understand the terminology. They're not going to understand these agendas. So what happened is that they're going to vote and support for these agendas through a lack of understanding. They're going to enslave their own self. Because see, these politicians, these elite already know the play. They already know the game. They already know that the world will come to a close. So they're going to push these agendas. You understand me? You have a distraction with this Trump, Venezuela, racism shit, right? And all the while, the Supreme Court and all these, the WEF, the WEF, which is the World Economic Forum, is a bunch of billionaires that's going to tell you how to live your life and going to pass policies that's going to control your life. You understand me? See, so understand these events will come to pass and it is going to take place. That's why Yahweh Shai say watch. You understand me? It is what it is. Let's read John again. John chapter 9 verse 39. And Yahweh Shai say, for judgment I have come into this world, that they which see might see, and they which see might be made blind. Meaning that even though they can see, but they're not going to understand. Do you understand me? See, so understand for judgment he come. Because see, some people are going to wake up and understand and see these events when these events play out. You understand me? Because see, understand, this book is closed. So all these events is going to play out. But let me get I'm gonna see it. Hold on, baby. Let me get where I'm at. And I had it too on the tip. There go what is it? What it is with Peter? Here it. Let me get First Peter, Shalaki, y'all. Let me get First Peter. Let me have 1 and verse 13. First Peter, chapter 1, verse 13. Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind. Now when it says the loins of your mind, it's talking about that lower nature, the physical nature of man. Do you understand me? Not so much dealing with the sexual nature, although the loins represents that sexual nature. You understand me? Because understand that sex is blasphemy. Do you understand me? Because what it does is that sex produces wickedness. You understand me? Due to the fact that man's eyes was open. So therefore man became corrupt. So therefore we are born in a sinful nature. So all those that was after Adam, we was born in a sinful nature. See, Adam and Eve wasn't born in a sinful nature. Do you understand me? But we, after Adam, were born in a sinful nature, so we automatically have a lower nature in thought and process. You understand me? That's why you hear the old timers talking about when they be messing with these girls, leave that girl alone and stop thinking with your little head. Talking about the sexual nature, because sexual nature is what life is about. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's read that again. First Peter chapter 1 verse 13. Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahweh Shai. As obedient children, now fashioning yourselves according to the former lust of your ignorance. You understand me? But he that which have called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversations. You understand me? See, so in all manners of conversation, you have to be holy. In all manners of conversation, you have to go against man ideology and philosophy. Because man ideology and philosophy goes against the commandments. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so understand that you can't be obedient to the physical nature. Do you understand me? Because the physical nature, it produces death. When you go to what it is? Romans 6, I think what, Romans 6 and 16. Know you not that to whom you yield yourself servants to obey, whom you yield yourself servants to obey, whether it's the sinful nature of man or obedience unto righteousness. And Yahweh Shai is righteousness. You understand me? See, so there ain't no such thing as freedom. You understand me? And a lot of you all like understanding and fall victim. Because see, understand, democracy don't mean freedom. Because life ain't based on freedom. Life is based on enslavement. Do you understand me? Life is based on politics. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Because see, you're not free. Either you are a slave to Yahweh God and these commandments, or you're a slave to the commandments of man. There is no in between. You understand me? Hey, that's why. So that's why Peter say, gird up the loins of your mind and stay sober. You understand me? Because y'all have all these doctrines and all these movements that's all into y'all head, and y'all exercising all these movements, but y'all not understanding the way, y'all not understanding the what you worshiping. So therefore, when y'all walking in the philosophy of men, or y'all walking in the philosophy of these religious organizations and their agenda, you stumble. Do you understand me? And by you stumbling, you fall victim to the system till you die outside of your faith, despite of your confessions and your baptism. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Oh, okay, and it was another one that I had too. What's the one where Peter said, gird up the loins of your mind? I mean, not gird up the loins of your mind. We just watched that. What he say? Go back to the scripture where he say, watch ye therefore, because Peter told you you have to watch too. Not only did Yahweh Shai say watch, but Peter say watch and be sober minded, because all things is at hand. Do you understand me? And all things are coming to a close, because all these things are politically being played out through these politicians' agenda. Do you understand me? The end of the world are based on these events. Political, astronomical, cataclysmic events going to put it in. And all these events are taking place, but yet y'all not able to see and understand what y'all looking at. Understand that you are in a war. You understand me? And the commandments is being played out through these politicians, because these politicians attacking the commandments of Yahweh God. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let me go into the book of Jeremiah 50. And let me have verse 22. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. A sound of battle was in the land of a great destruction. And the great destruction and the sound of battle is in America. Not only globally, but here in America also. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so you have a great sound of battle. Why? Because then you have the Republican Party crying out, make America great again, due to the fact of that these socialists and communist politicians put an end to America economically by attacking the Constitution and running for office and implementing these socialist policies that are meant to enslave you. See, understand, America is the only capitalist country on this planet. Every other country They are not capitalist country. They are enslaved economically through communism or socialism, although they have a free market. You understand me? hey, hey, it is what it is. Let's read that again. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. A sound of battle was in the land of a great destruction. And the battle is in the land and great destruction is taking place. Do you understand me? America crying about this Green New Deal because they know that these cataclysmic astronomical events is going to put an end. You understand me? Listen to what Yahweh Shai say. Let's go back to Luke 21 and let's get verse 25. Luke 21 verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves warring, men hearts failing for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory. And when you see these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads up, for your redemption draweth nigh. And y'all are not designed to teach. Shalaki, the church is not designed to teach y'all what y'all looking for, because y'all looking at the astronomical events that's going to take place. You have to watch the Catholic Church, even though you have a new pope that came into play. You have to watch these politicians. You have to watch the midterms. You have to watch the presidential elections. You understand me? You have to watch the what you call it, the weather patterns and whatnot. See, you have to watch all things, because see, all these things gonna bring about the end. All these things Yahweh exists through, and He speaks through His creation. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so understand that there is a great cry in the land of America, because see, America going to be destroyed. Do you understand me? Because see, understand, America promotes democracy, right? And a lot of countries are against democracy, because democracy is wicked. It makes and break a country. You understand me? It is what it is. Let's go down to verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation amongst the nations? And it's going to be a desolation amongst the nations. They're going to be reduced to another third world nation, a third world country. But no one understands that we are in a battle, we are in a war, in that spiritual war. And that spiritual war is played out politically, religiously, economically, culturally, etc. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's go over to Jeremiah 51 and let me get Jeremiah 51 and 20. Jeremiah 51 verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. See, so we Israelites, we are His battle axe. We are His weapons of war. Do you understand me? Because see, understand, Yahweh God is a man of war. You understand me? It is what it is. So understand that we are in a battle, because man is against Yahweh God and Yahweh God against man. Do you understand me? And this governing system. You understand? It is what it is. Let's read that again. Jeremiah 51 verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. And we are destroying kingdoms, because we are exposing these kingdoms for the devilish and the wickedness that they are about. You understand me? And a lot of you all defend these devils. A lot of y'all defend America, but not understanding that these are devils. These people are wicked. They go against God. They hate God. Do you understand me? The Democrats don't believe in God. That's why they snatch the pledge of allegiance. They snatch prayers out of schools. Y'all have to understand these Democrats. Y'all have to understand these agendas. Do you understand me? Because see, Yahweh God have these politicians, and these politicians are using their agenda to exercise lordship over you. You understand me? They're using these policies and regulations to go against Yahweh God. So we are his battle axe. You understand me? We are his weapons, and I'm tearing down his kingdom because I exposed America. I exposed this banking system and these politicians. You understand me? It is what it is. Let's read that again. I will also break in pieces. Shalaki, let's go back. Verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. With thee I will break in pieces horses and riders, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariots and his riders. Meaning that we're going to expose the military for what it is, because they're going to be broken up. Do you understand me? Because see, understand, you're going to have some people that support the system, right, of America, yet they are bruised. You understand me? They lack understanding due to the fact of that you have so much religious ideology and philosophy is to where they don't believe. You understand me? But yet, spiritually, eternally, they truly believe. And then you have some people that say they believe in God, but they don't believe in God. Do you understand me? Because you can see through their lifestyle and cultural practices. That's called the lifestyle of iniquity. You understand me? And a lot of y'all twist and bend the scriptures to where y'all die outside of y'all faith. Not knowing and understanding that you twisting and bending the scriptures because of the fact of that you have obtained some of these religious teachings from these organizations or these spiritual leaders. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. You understand me? Let's finish up. With thee I will also break in pieces man and woman, and with thee I will break in pieces the old and young, and with thee I will break in pieces the young man and with the maid. Meaning that we're going to expose you all. Either y'all going to be exposed to this truth, and either you're going to follow this truth or you're going to reject the truth. Do you understand me? See, so understand, like how America, not Shalaki, like how the Roman Empire was broken up into what we know as pieces as countries. Do you understand me? So man is going to be broken up into pieces too, but not countries. They're going to be broken up into pieces as to your belief system and what you believe in. You understand me? So you're going to be broken up into pieces. Babies going to be broken up into pieces. Old men, young women, maids, everybody going to be broken up into pieces. And that pieces is based upon your faith. Let me get Matthew 10 and let me get 35. Matthew chapter 10 verse 35. For I am come to set man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And that variance is basically division. You understand me? See, so he came and divided up. You understand me? He broke in pieces the family household. Either you're going to serve God or you're going to serve man. There is no in between. You understand me? Listen to what he say. Let's go down to verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. He that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Now, love is partly keeping of the commandments, and it's not talking about that physical love, although it plays a part in it. You understand me? Talking about you obey your daughters, you obey your mother, you obey people that do not believe in Yahweh God, that don't even worship Yahweh God. For instance, somebody tell you, "Oh, I'm gonna give you an example. Say like, nah, I don't eat pork. Nah, I'm good. I'm not fond of pork. I don't eat that." And then somebody say, "Nah, you can eat that. You not Muslim. God made everything. God created everything to be good. You need to have faith in Jesus." It's a perfect example. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, so y'all obey what y'all parents say. Y'all obey what y'all daughter and son say. Your daughters and your sons say, Shalaki. But when it come time for these scriptures, when it come time for Yahweh and he, not only the commandments, but these statutes and ordinances, the hearken to, y'all have an issue of a problem. Y'all can't exercise the obedience. Y'all can't comprehend the statutes and ordinances. because y'all are captive to democracy. Y'all are divided up into democracy, into the movements, philosophy. Do you understand me? See, so understand that Yahweh Shai came and made division. So in that process of that division, it was a war being played out. Although this war starts from the beginning of creation. I mean, not from the creation, but from the Garden of Eden all the way down to now. We are in a war, and Yahweh God is in a war with man, and man is in a war with Yahweh God. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Now let's finish up. Verse 39. Wait, oh no, verse 38, Shalaki. And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. Meaning that if you're not ready to make sacrifices and give up the lifestyle and ideology of man and follow these commandments and giving up the not only the lifestyle and the cultural practice of America or these devils. You understand me? You're not worthy of Yahweh Shai. Because see, understand, the commandments of man goes against the commandments of Yahweh God. You understand me? And if you embrace the commandments of man, you become an enemy to Yahweh God. You understand me? There ain't no in between. You understand me? You as an enemy to Yahweh God, you're not worthy. Do you understand me? Because either you for or you against Yahweh God. There is no in between. Let me get James 4:4. James chapter 4 verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulterers. Now he talking about idolization, idol worshiping. Ye adulterers and adulterers, know you not that friendship of the world is an enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy to Yahweh. And that enmity is the barrier, and that barrier is what we know as philosophy. See, philosophy is a barrier. You understand me? Due to the fact that man's eyes became open, he established that barrier. That's why Yahweh Shai came. You understand me? Because he tore down that veil. He tore down that barrier. You understand me? See, understand that you are in a war. You understand me? And we are in a spiritual war, and that war is being played out through the politicians' agenda. Do you understand me? And they pushing this war through the media outlets. But y'all not able to understand the battle that you are in. And not just with the politicians, but the battle is coming through these legislations and these policies. But y'all like understanding of policies and regulations. So y'all support these people and become victims to the system. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so understand that we are in a war. You understand me? Let me go on Colossians. I think what, Colossians 2:8. Let me get Colossians 2:8, and let me go on into the book of John, and let me have John 7 and 7. Oh, I done closed it up. Oh, Colossians 2:8. Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Be aware lest any man spoil you through philosophy. Listen. Be aware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of this world, and not after Christ, because the world goes against Yahweh God. Do you understand me? And Yahweh God goes against this world. You understand? It is what it is. So there is no in between. So understand that at the end of the day, the Bible is a political book. And life is based on politics, because you're going to always be in the debate and the conflict against man, ideology, and philosophy. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's finish up. Jeremiah. Let's start from the beginning. Jeremiah what? 51 to 20. Jeremiah 51 verse 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee I will break in pieces nations, with thee I will destroy kingdoms, and with thee I will break in pieces horses and riders, and with thee I will break in pieces the chariots and its riders. With thee also will I break in pieces man, woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock. And he talking about y'all religious leaders. You understand me? Y'all church. He going to separate that. You understand me? He came and brought divisions. Because see, a lot of all these pastors and all these religious leaders is not of Yahweh God, but it is of the religious ideology of man. You understand me? Because see, understand, this truth is only being given, and this truth is only being entrusted into those that truly believe. You understand me? Everybody don't believe, despite them going to Bible college and having biblical license to open up a church and preach. Because a lot of churches to this day, they embrace the governing system of man, because the church is a governing system of man due to the fact that it has a C4 charter with the IRS. You understand me? So the church is captive to the banking system of Illuminati. You understand me? It is what it is. You understand me? See, so understand that he's breaking in pieces the church. You understand me? That's why we out here on these highways and byways bringing in that truth to you. But some going to wake up and some not going to wake up. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. This, let me go. Let me get Daniel. Let me get Daniel 12 and 10. Daniel chapter 12 verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Meaning that some going to wake up and see and understand what they looking at and come to this truth, and some is not going to understand what they looking at, and they going to stay separated from Yahweh God. They to where they die outside of their faith, despite of their confessions or their belief system and baptism. You understand me? Hey, hey, it is what it is. See, so y'all have to learn and understand that the commandments of man goes against and makes a mockery child of Yahweh God. John chapter 7 verse 7. The world cannot hate you, but it hated me because I testify of it, that the works therefore are evil, and the commandments testify that the commandments of man is evil. You understand me? Like through democracy, man tell you that it's okay to wear women clothes and to be a homosexual. It's okay to do these things, long as you believe in God and have faith. He love you and not the sin. See, so understand that through this false religious ideology and philosophy of this church, y'all fall victim to the system. You understand me? So he breaking pieces these churches. That's why you see us Israelites exposing the church, exposing these pastors for who they are. You understand me? It is, it is what it is. Because see, understand, you have doctrine that's going to go against the commandments of Yahweh God. You understand me? It makes a mockery out of Yahweh God. So I'ma always be in debate. I'ma always be in opposition of the word ideology and philosophy. You understand me? Because the word goes against Yahweh God. Let me get Acts 9 and what? 29? Acts chapter 9 verse 29. And he spoke boldly in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, and disputed against the Grecians. You understand me? And to this day I go against the Greek Roman philosopher and the religious leaders in the church. Any church organization, whether they're white or whether they're black. I go in the hood and go against the black church. Because see, understand, black people They lack understanding of what they worshiping because they are captive to democracy. They are hold captive to the religious ideology and the philosophical views of man. You understand me? A lot of so-called African Americans, they call themselves Democrats and liberals, but not understanding the Democrat, liberal-minded is a monkey see, monkey do person. So whatever the white man say, you niggas follow. You black people follow. So if the white man say shit on the stick tastes good, black man eat shit on the stick. The black man gonna eat shit on the stick. Roland Martin, Stephanie, all these black people, Joy Reid, Abby Phillips, all these people are devils. They wicked. They support these agendas. You understand me? Excuse me. But no one understand that. Let's read that again. Acts chapter 9, verse 29. And he spoke boldly in the name of the Lord Yahushua and disputed against the Grecians. And we are against the doctrines of the Christianity church and the religious organizations, because see, when you go back into the 1500s, when you go back into the establishment of the church, you had the Greek and Roman philosophers revisit the scriptures. That period is of what we know in the Renaissance are called humanism period. You understand me? That's what we get ism from, because ism is a theory. You understand me? See, so understand replacement theology and the revisiting of the scriptures are based from the Greek and Roman philosophers to this day. Like a lot of you all that go to church, a lot of y'all believe in the doctrines of the Christianity, but the Christianity doctrines go back, some go back to Aristotle. You understand me? It is what it is. See, y'all have to learn, y'all have to understand church and early philosophy. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's read John 7:7 again. John chapter 7, verse 7. The word cannot hate you, but it hated me because I testify of it, that the works therefore are evil. See, so the word can't hate me because I can embrace it. Yet I go against world ideology and philosophy. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Acts. Let's go to Acts. Let's go to Acts 17 and 16. Acts chapter 17, verse 16. While Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was stirred in him when they saw the city wholly given to idolatry. Now, while Paul waited, Shalaki, verse 17. Therefore disputed he in the synagogue with the Jews and with the devout persons, and the market met with him dearly. Then certain philosophers of the Epicureans and the Stoics encountered him. You understand me? And a lot of y'all, a lot of philosophy stands from the Stoics and the Epicureans. Like the Stoics, I think it's the Stoics, the pursuit of happiness. You understand me? See, so y'all live by these philosophical views, these philosophical quotes of the Greek and Roman philosophers. You understand me? So, but when it comes time to live your life based on the commandments, y'all don't know what to do. Y'all don't know how to exercise the commandments. Y'all don't know how to live your lifestyle and base your lifestyle and your views on the commandments. A lot of you all lack understanding. So you die and become enemies to Yahweh God through your religious teachers. Even though your teachers mean well, but you lack understanding. You understand me? Hey. hey, it is what it is. See, so therefore you have to understand that we are in a war. You understand me? Let me get Proverbs. Let me go to Proverbs 26. Oh, Shalaki, let me get, 26, 24. Shalaki and verse 6. Proverbs 24, verse 6. For by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war. In the multitude of counselors there is safety. Now let's read that again. For by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war. And by my wise counsel, by being into these scriptures, I make war with the world, and the world make war with me. Do you understand me? I'm against the world and the world is against me. Due to the fact that the world is wickedness, you understand me? And the world makes a mockery out of Yahweh God through his cultural practice and his commandments. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so by me being out here making these videos, I go against this world ideology and philosophy of man governing system and the religious governing system also. You understand me? Like at my job, I debate a lot of them Christians and tell them they don't even deal with me. And some of them will come to me and I tell them straight up off rip. You understand me? See, so my counsel of the commandments, my counsel of this truth is making war with the world. Because see, either you're gonna embrace the commandments of man and reject the commandments of God, or you're gonna embrace the commandments of God and reject the commandments of man. Again, there is no in between. You understand me? Let's read that again. Proverbs 26. Oh, Shalaki. 24 verse 6. For by wise counsel. Now wise is applied knowledge. See, so I apply that knowledge. So therefore I am wise. Like I tell them on my job, I keep my grass cut. I already know you're a devil. I already know your scheme. So I move according to the commandments of Yahweh God. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. So by me following the commandments of Yahweh God, I make war with the world. You understand me? And the world make war with me because, go back to Colossians, the world and its elements goes against Yahweh God. And its elements, you're talking about creation. Because God speaks through air, he speaks through fire, he speaks through his creation. And see, so when you go back to them elements, talking about them elements of material matters of this world. Fire, water, air. He speaks through the air. He ride the chariots on the wings of the winds. You understand me? He when he speak, he spit out fire. You understand me? See, so all these cataclysms and all these weather events, Yahweh exists yet through science and through evolution and the doctrines of man, they go against that and say that he don't exist. You understand me? See, so therefore we are in a war. I am in a war. You understand me? But the difference between me and you is that I understand what I'm worshiping, but y'all don't understand what y'all worshiping. You understand me? Let me go into the book of John 4. Let me get John 4 and 23, I think. Yeah. John 4 and 23. John chapter 4 verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is when true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. See, so that hour and that time has come for true worshipers. You understand me? See, so understand, you got true believers and you got false believers. You got true believers are those that are going to follow Christ. And then you have some, that's going to follow Christ, Yahweh Shai, and you some that's not going to follow, but going to follow the commandments of man. Do you understand me? Yet at the end of the day, you are in a war. You understand me? And this war played out through the politicians' agenda. You understand me? Religiously, economically, culturally, politically, etc. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so these are the things that y'all have to learn and understand. Okay? Because see, understand when these events take place, and they will take place, a lot of you are going to be confounded and be confused. You understand me? Because you lack that understanding of what you worshiping. You understand me? But know at the end of the day, we are in a battle. We are in a spiritual war. And that spiritual war is being played out through these politicians. That's why I constantly tell y'all, Shalaki, that's why I constantly put y'all in the politics and religion. Because the war is played out through politics and religion. That's what politics is based on. You always going to be in a debate with world ideology and philosophy. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand that we are in a war and learning to understand what you worshiping. Okay? Because see, through a lack of understanding, y'all gonna fall victim to the system. You understand me? And y'all become enemies to Yahweh God. Through, through y'all become enemies through the fact of that you lack understanding. You understand? Of what y'all worshiping. Listen to what Yahweh Shai say. Let's get the book of Luke 4. Oh, Salaki, I'm in Matthew. Luke 4 and 18. Luke chapter 4, verse 18. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. And now the poor are those that are economically poor. He hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted. And those brokenhearted are those that fell victim to the justice system. Because see, the scales are tilted in man's justice system. You understand? He sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives. And a lot of those are captives. You understand me? See, so deliver those that are captives. So those that are captives are going to break free. They are going to break loose of the bonds. So therefore they are broken up into pieces because they no longer a whole. You understand me? Because Yahweh Shai came and divided it through the faith. You understand me? Through belief. Let's read that again. To preach deliverance to the captives and recover sight to the blind. And a lot of you all are captive to that religious ideology. Think that it's okay to believe in God and be a homosexual. It's okay to believe in God and to transition from a man into a woman and put on women clothes and join women's sports. You understand me? See, so y'all are captive to this ideology. You understand me? That's why America is in that war religiously against democracy. You understand me? Not individually in your life. Your divine system goes against democracy. I am against democracy because democracy is the philosophical view. You understand me? And that philosophical view goes against the commandments of Yahweh God due to the fact that that philosophical view is the commandments of man, and the commandments of man is corrupt. You understand me? It is what it is. Let's read that again. Verse 18. Luke chapter 4, verse 18. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captive, and recover sight to the blind. Mean that some of y'all that's not able to see, y'all are going to start seeing these events take place. Goes back into Daniel 12 and 10. Some going to be purified and made white. Some are going to wake up and understand what they worship. You understand me? And a lot is not going to understand what they worship, but they're going to fall victim to the same system that they supported. Do you understand me? And these events will take place. You understand me? And to set liberty them that are bruised, mean to free those that are bruised from the religious practices. Say like a lot of people, say like you have a few people that go to church. They don't believe in Jesus, but they go to church just to go to church, just to have some spiritual hope inside of them. You understand me? See, so he came to deliver those that are captive to the religious ideology and set liberty those that are bruised. Because see, a lot of them are bruised through the philosophy of man. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so he came and broke down that barrier. That barrier is the philosophy of man. You understand me? So when you go back to James 4 and 4, you become an enemy to Yahweh God. You understand me? Because the fact of that you embrace the commandments of man, the philosophy of man. You understand me? Y'all are enemies to Yahweh God. Because y'all not teaching the commandments, but y'all teaching philosophy. Although you may quote a scripture, yet that quotation of that scripture is based on the religious, the religious and the religious philosophical views of man. Do you understand me? Hey, hey, it is what it is. In fact, let me get Matthew 27 and let me start at verse 50. Matthew 27, verse 50. Yahushua then cried again with a loud voice, yelled up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent and twined from top to the bottom. And the earth did quake, and the rocks did rent, and many graves were opened. Many bodies of the saints were slept arose, meaning that they didn't physically come out of the ground and start walking in the city. When they rose out of their graves, they rose out of their lower nature, or the physical nature. You understand me? They arose from that physical nature, and they rose to that divine nature. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so now they are woke. Now they understand the scriptures. Now they understand what they looking at. Due to the fact that Yahushua came and established a divine governance system, and he put an end to the philosophical system of man. So when you go back to Matthew 4, repent for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Do you understand me? So we are in that war because you have to repent. You have to turn back from the system of man, governing system of man, and come and keep the commandments, because the commandments is the divine governing system. See, either the commandments going to govern your life, your political views, your cultural practices, or the commandments of man. There is no in between. And a lot of you all think that there is an in between, but there is no in between. So what happened is that y'all become victim to the system. Y'all become enemies to Yahweh God. You understand me? Let me go to the book of Micaiah 3 and 5. Micaiah chapter 3 verse 5. Thus said the Lord concerning the prophets that make my people err, that bite their teeth and cry peace, and he put it not into their mouths, they even prepare war against him. Meaning that they line themselves up and go against Yahweh God, because anything outside of the commandments is idolization, sorcery, witchcraft, and death. Do you understand me? It is what it is. In fact, well, I'll finish up. Let me get Proverbs 19 and 16. Proverbs chapter 19 verse 16. He that keepeth the commandments keepeth his own soul, but he that despises his ways shall die. Meaning that you despise the commandments by embracing the commandments of man. That's why when you go to 1 John 2, when you say love not the world, nor the things that are in the world, because the material matters of this world is not of Yahweh God. You understand me? But it's of the world, it is of man. And man going to come to a close. Man, the philosophy of man going to come to an end. Do you understand me? Okay, see, so y'all have to understand that this war that we are in. You understand me? And this war are being played out every day. You are in a battle every day, despite of your unbelief or your belief. You understand me? When it comes to ideology, when it comes to philosophy, when it comes to anything concerning with Yahweh God, y'all are in a debate. You are in a war. You understand me? But the church, again, the church is in a war, but the church is not in a war against, they're against Yahweh God, so to speak, when it comes to religious practicing, because Babylon is known as the gate of gods, and America is a religious system. It's another Babylonian. But yet America is in the war economically, because understand that you have philosophy against divine philosophy. You understand me? You have divine and philosophy. You understand me? See, so understand that even though they're attacking America, yet these politicians and their agendas is attacking Yahweh God. You understand me? So therefore we are in a spiritual battle. We are in a spiritual war. Do you understand me? It is what it is. Let me go to the book of Daniel. Let me get Daniel 7 and let me get Daniel 7 and 25, and then let me go into Revelations and let me get Revelations 13 and 5. Daniel chapter 7 Verse 25, but I'm gonna start at 24. Daniel chapter 7, verse 24. Then the 10 horns out of the kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue all three. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and he shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and that they should be given into the hands until the time and time that the dividing of times. Meaning that that this kingdom, that America right now is exercising its authority like the first king. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. You understand me? And the government is speaking out against Yahweh God by calling by attacking capitalism, by calling it racism. You understand me? By saying when men wearing women clothes and women wearing men clothes and men laying with men and women sleeping with men is abomination. Yet through democracy and the commandments of man, it's okay, long as you believe and have faith. Do you understand me? See, so all these agendas goes against the commandments, because he tell you not to eat pork, but in religious teachings, oh, God say, God made everything clean, you can eat it. But then you have the dietary laws. But those are the religious ideology of man and its philosophical views. See, so understand that the church is against Yahweh God. Not only the government, but the church also. You understand me? At the end of the day, we are in a battle. We are in a spiritual war. Either you for Yahweh God or you against Yahweh God. If you for America, you are against Yahweh God. Because see, America is great. It is known as the gate of God, and it's strictly religiously obey idolization. It obey the Greek gods, because see, understand, Jesus derived from that word Isus. It's a Greek word. It's a Greek goddess. You understand me? See, so America is against Yahweh God. Yet at the end of the day, America is in a war with these other with man when it comes to economic and cultural practices. You understand me? But at the end of the day, the government is against us. The government is against the American people, or not the American people, but against the saints, against the elect of Israel. Even though you may not understand that you're an Israelite and wake up to that, but yet no one understands that the government against the so-called African Americans. Why? Whether you understand it or not, at the end of the day, you are children of Israel. And the government know that you are the physical seed of Israel. You understand me? So they gonna speak words that goes against Yahweh God. You understand me? Let's read 25 again. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And how he gonna wear them out? Is by passing these policies and implementing these policies, not only on the federal level, but on the local level as well. That's why y'all need to learn and understand what y'all voting for. Because see, these agendas takes effect not only from a federal standpoint, but they take place from the local standpoint. Why? Because you got your local elected officials, your city mayor, your city council, the city judge, the district prosecutor. You understand me? You got the local and the state government also. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Revelations chapter 13, verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things that blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth and blasphemy against Yahweh God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and to them that dwell in the heavens. And we talking about them that dwell in the heavens. He talking about them celestial objects. Because see, understand, you're gonna have a person that's gonna come into political power in America. You understand me? And they are not gonna believe in God. They're gonna be straight communists. You understand me? Straight socialists. They're not trying to hear God. They're not trying to hear no type of spirituality. The only thing they know is the physically, economically enslaved man. That's all they know. Philosophy. You understand me? Hey, hey, it is what it is. Let's read that again. Verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy, and his mouth was given because all these politicians, they going to speak these legislations and they going to pass these legislations. Everything is a bipartisan. You understand me? So you got the right wing and the left wing. They gonna come together and pass these policies. Come up against Yahweh God, like the church. They come up against Yahweh God by calling his name Jesus, and Jesus don't exist. You understand me? That derived from Isis, from a Greek goddess. You understand me? See, so understand that the world, America, and its commandments and ideology goes against the Bible, and the Bible is against man ideology and philosophy. I keep telling you, at the end of the day, the Bible is a political book because it's in debate. You understand me? Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over kindreds and tongues and nations. And how that power was given over him? Because y'all voted, y'all didn't understand the legislation that was being put out, and y'all supported it, and therefore y'all turned around and enslaved your own self, not knowing and understanding that you have that mark of the beast, knowing that you have that chip system because y'all support these systems. You understand me? not understanding. You understand me? And how they make war and how they overcome us is through the policies and regulations. Like they tried that with the COVID. Through OSHA, they mandated even those that against the vaccine and those that have religious strong views. They tried to go through OSHA to mandate them vaccinations through employment. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand these devils, their agendas is taking effect. In each generation, their agenda be a pass. They'll pass their agendas in each generation. You understand me? So therefore y'all not able to see these things taking place. That's why I go back again into Luke 21 when Christ say, Yahweh Shai say watch. See, y'all had to watch all these things. Y'all had to watch multiple things. You can't focus on Donald Trump being riches in Venezuela. You gotta look at these events that's globally, because all these political events, not all of them, but majority of them are politically related, and the politicians gonna play these prophecies out. Do you understand me? Same thing with Israel, those fake Jews. You understand me? Because see, America's a religious country and Israel is a religious state because they are the fake Jews. You understand me? So America gonna support Israel. Israel gonna support America. Why? Because Israel, the fake Jews, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism are the same damn religion. You understand me? When you want to get down to the bottom nitty gritty of it. You understand me? Because see, Judaism and Christianity is the daughter of Islamic and Judaism, Shalaki, is a daughter of Judaism. Do you understand me? It is what it is. Verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him whose name are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. Meaning that if your name not in the book of life, you will worship and exercise the beast. Now, let's say like, understand, you're going to have some people that going to go against the government, right? But they're not going to come to the truth. They're not true believers. They're not saints. They're not the elect. But they're going to go against the government. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let me go into the book of Psalms 55. Let me get Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Meaning that these politicians, they talk a good game, like Madani. Oh, we're gonna do affordable housing. We're gonna freeze rent to make New York City affordable. At the end of the day, he's going to take all their property, because the first thing he did was come straight after the landlords and take all their property. Because see, y'all don't understand. Um, um, Tax the rich is smooth like butter. You understand me? Tax the rich. Tax the rich. They got to put more skin into the game. That sounds smooth, but yet it's war against the American people. Why? Because see, understand, there's freedom in the capitalism. You understand me? Now, tax the rich move, the businesses go, so all them taxes gonna fall on the poor people. Like right now in Chicago. Like you have black pastors, stupid black pastors in Chicago at Donald Trump Tower protesting at Trump Towers, but not understanding that those Democrats, those black ass Democrats in his city had enslaved them with policies and regulations because they lack understanding. See, the black church and these black leaders, they don't understand communism and socialism. You understand me? Martin Luther King was a socialist. You understand me? See, so understand that America is being attacked through socialism and communism. And when it comes to your personal life, we are in a battle, we are in the war when it comes to us Israelites. Because we have to battle, go against all ideology and philosophy of man, regardless of whether it comes from the sports all the way down. That's why he say be holy in the manner of conversations. You understand me? Because see, my conversation is going to be against the commandments of man. You understand me? So I'm going to constantly stay in debate. I'm going to constantly go against the grind of America. You understand me? See, so life is debatable. You're going to debate. You're going to get into the disagreement. Do you understand me? Because either you for Yahweh God or you against Yahweh God. And you have people that going to speak out against God. So what I do is I shut all that shit down. Now it's going to come time to where you're going to have violence. You understand? That's going to take place. Because see, we are in a war. And God, Yahweh God, is a man of war when you go in Leviticus. Okay? See, so understand that Yahweh God is a man of war and we are in that battle. You understand me? And we exposing the truth. We exposing Shalaki. We exposing the government. We exposing these devils. Especially I do, politically. I expose their ass because I understand the game and their agenda that they trying to pass. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so learn and understand what y'all worshiping. Okay? Understand this battle, this game.